Hello my soccer universe, to a review of a midweek full of cup action. We might not have gotten many upsets if you look past France, where there were actually quite some notable ones, but we got some interesting games. We have a League Cup final set, we had a pretty big match in the German Cup as well, we have a big name fixture semi-final in Spain, so yeah, it's not all that bad. And let's jump right in and we'll start in Germany. We had two of the four quarterfinals in the DFB Pokal played this midweek. I really don't like that they're not played all at once, but so be it. Stuttgart got a relatively controlled 1-0 win over Augsburg, a win that never really was in danger, but once Undorf in the 30th minute gave Stuttgart the lead, they also didn't do much but hold Augsburg at bay. Much different story though in Leverkusen, who of course faced Zweite Bundesliga leaders Köln. And if you didn't know, Leverkusen is just north of Köln, so this is very much a regional rivalry, with Köln having a much larger fan base as well. The game started as you would expect, Leverkusen more on the front foot and Grimaldo even hitting the crossbar with a free kick. However, Köln were well in the game and actually took the lead in the 10th minute of stoppage time. Yes, there was a really long break because of fog caused by flares in between as well. It is Downs after a Ljubicic assist, and in the 54th minute, Köln doubled the lead. Downs assisting Maina, and you really thought that Köln might pull a major upset here in the German Cup. In the 61st minute, Schick pulls one back. Köln really seemed to hold out, but there was a lengthy stoppage time period. It was 7 or 8 minutes. And with more or less one of the last kicks of the game, Frimpong cross in and Schick heads it in and the game goes to overtime. And when it goes to overtime, it could only go one way. Well, it actually did. Grimaldo assists Victor Boniface to give Leverkusen the first lead of the night. However, there's another twist in the tail because Rondic seemingly given Köln the equalizer to send the game to penalties. But it was an offside. Huge blow for Köln. I was a little bit heartbroken as well, as much because I like Köln a whole lot. But Leverkusen move on and seem to be the favorites to defend their cup title. The quarterfinals of the Dutch Cup, the KNVB Beker, started with a little upset when third place Utrecht lost at Heracles 2-0, with both goals already coming in the second half. However, all the focus was on the big clash where title defenders Feyenoord had to go to league leaders PSV, and they lost 2-0 again, so any hopes for a title for Feyenoord more or less gone already. Bakayoko gave PSV in the 8th minute the lead. PSV largely the better team, Feyenoord holding on, keeping it tight as much as they could, and still in the 68th minute gets the second goal, moving PSV now onto the semi-final, where they of course are the big favorites to win it all. The other two quarterfinals featured some lopsided fixtures. In both cases, an Eredivisie team hosted an underclass team. The Go Ahead Eagles 3-1 over Noordwijk, and AZ got a 3-1 over the Quick Boys, who have been a cup side as of late, and noticeably it was 1-1 at the half. However, then Parrott and Smith decide the game in favor of probably the second favorite in this competition. As usual, I want to say the French Cup gave us plenty of upsets, and I think none bigger than Second League Dunkirk ousting Lille away from home. And yes, it's very much a local rivalry as well. Gomes had given Lille the lead in the 85th minute, so you really thought they will see this out, but deep in stoppage time, Tejan gets the equalizer. Then in the penalty shootout, Lille had a 3-0 lead. However, two saves by their teenage goalkeeper, Chauhan, kept Dunkirk in the game. It goes 3-3, it goes to the 7th round. André misses his penalty, and then Chauhan steps up and converts the goalie. What a story that was. Brest also seemed headed for penalties in their clash against Second League Troyes. However, in the 92nd minute, Sima gets Brest the winner. Goals by Désiré Doué and Bradley Barcola give PSG a rather unremarkable 2-0 win at Le Mans. Probably the biggest upset was Stade Briougen taking on Nice and winning 2-1. Not only that, Nice had a 1-0 lead going into the last minutes of the game. Boudin equalized in 80th minute, and then deep in stoppage time, Boudin gets the much celebrated winner. Guingamp also upset another Ligue 1 side, winning 2-0 at Toulouse, while 4th tier Cannes are the lowest ranked side in the quarterfinals, beating 5th League Cabourg 5-3, although the game was mostly lopsided towards kann. Strasbourg definitely may have fallen off the wagon at the moment, losing at home to Angers 3-1. That's also a tiny upset. And on Thursday, 5th year Bourgoin-Jallieu took on Stade de Reims. Bourgoin-Jallieu had already eliminated OL, I think, on penalties. They also took Reims all the way to penalties. However, there the streak ended as they missed 3, and despite Reims missing 2 as well, it's Reims that move on. The English League Cup final is also set. The first final is on Newcastle, who, after beating the Gunners 2-0 at the Emirates, they also beat Arsenal easily 2-0 at home. Isak had a goal disallowed. Murphy and Gordon had 2 goals in each half. It was very comprehensive, rather poor performance by Arsenal. And Spurs took a 1-0 lead to Anfield, hoping to end their titleless streak. However, their campaign ends at Anfield as well. Liverpool completely dominant. Gakpo in the 34th minute getting a 1-0, and there was no coming back from Spurs. Salah converts a penalty, and then Szoboszlai and a header by Van Dijk make it a rout. Liverpool, still on track for a quadruple, will take on Newcastle, who also hope to end their trophy drought. This year, the Copa del Rey is treating us to a big team semi-final, which on one side is exciting because we get some really tight fought matches. On the other side, it's not so exciting because you would expect a few upsets in there as well. As soon as Atletico Madrid beat Getafe at home 5-0, the writing was very much on the wall, and this was a Getafe team that more or less waited for the weekend. The league is way more important than the cup. Diego Simeone even going so far to say that the opponent didn't really compete. And it's his son, Giuliano Simeone, who opened the scoring 2 in the first 70 minutes, Lino, and then Angel Correa and Surloth adding 2 more, so even the substitutes making a statement. The journey was not so easy for Real Madrid, despite having a 2-0 lead through Modric and Endrick. Leganés pulled it back to 2-2, Julio Cruz getting equals in the 59th minute. And for a moment you thought we might see an upset. And yes, Real Madrid were saving plenty of players, had a lot of Castilla players in there as well, for the simple reasons that bigger games are coming up. Atletico Madrid on the weekend and Manchester City in the midweek. And as it seemed like it will go to overtime, which also would have defeated the purpose, Gonzalo Garcia, a youth team player in the 93rd minute, gets the winner for Real Madrid, who move on to the semis as well. Then Real Sociedad take revenge, beating Osasuna 2-0 at home. Barranchea and Bryce Mendes getting the goals already by the 31st minute. Then Catania sent off in the 35th for Osasuna, and it was clear who is gonna move on to the next round. And like Atletico Madrid, Barcelona also had it relatively easy against Valencia, who were definitely focusing on the league. Survival is also more important, and the game was done after half an hour with even the fans leaving. Ferran Torres scoring a hat-trick, Fermin Lopez also getting in on the action in the 23rd minute, and then Yamal, of course, also needs to get on the score sheet. It was not a 7-1 that we saw a couple of weeks ago, however, it was very much emphatic. So that ends the review of the big cup competitions. I did forget there was one Portuguese cup game where Rio Ave beat São João where from the third league 2-1 at home. We'll talk more about the Portugal Cup, the Taça de Portugal, once we have the other quarterfinals. In any case, please let me know your thoughts on these games in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these. I'll talk to you soon about more things in my soccer universe. Bye! Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you may enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the little bell icon so you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye!